We got Lauren and Nick, and we're going to be talking, well, a little ice fishing. Here it is getting to be 85, 90 degrees at home when we're talking ice fishing, because this week's episode on Pursuit was, well, us as a family traveling up north to Grand Lake up in northern Michigan. No biting. No biting. Okay, we'll shake. Paul, shake. Say hi, Diesel. Say hi to everybody. Jump on there. Say hi, everybody. Jump on. Share this thing out. And here we go. Well,
Hi.
Christopher, I still ain't found that feed. You got it? Because I need it for comments and stuff.
Sit.
All right, here we go.
Put them on the ground.
All right, folks. Well, we are live for After the Bite, and we're going to be talking a little ice fishing. And we got a few.
Still ice, but it was really cool going out there.
Yeah, the first time me and Christopher went up, we were on Lake Michigan, or excuse me, Lake, was it Michigan or Erie? That was Erie, right? Yeah, we went up there and it was a blizzard, you all. And so we started out on the ice, and me and Chris were literally out there on our bellies looking for the cracks. I mean, we were like a nervous wreck because people were just going out, and then you would see these cracks in the ice and they'd just drive over it, and I was literally scared. That was my first, impression the first time I went on the ice. So, but once again, Patty Huffman, Patty Kale jumping on there. Patty, your husband took us a little warmer fishing down there in Florida out in the ocean. Jimmy Miller saying hi to Diesel, and Diesel don't be chewing on the countertop, But anyway, I actually got on the snowmobile and rode it. No, I never did get on it. I don't know. He got you on there and got you riding them.
Weird. I don't know.
And,
it's cool though.
It is, and it's neat to watch them. And then, of course, you have the shanty, which is a pop-up house that you jump up, or you pull it behind there. You can flip this thing up, as you've seen on TV. It's got zip-up doors. You throw your little heater in there. All your tackle and gear is right there under your seats, and boom, you're fishing and nothing flat. And then when you want to move, you close it back up, flip it down, drive somewhere else. Let's see, I was talking about, Michigan, when we went up there, it was, fairly far north. We stayed at Grand Lake Resort. What was pretty neat was the fact that we were able, and I don't know what y'all thought of this, but I like the place that we stayed at, Grand Lake Resort, because we could literally hop in our gator and go right across the lake to the restaurant, and the restaurant was right on the other side of the lake. So we were able to just go right over and eat there at the restaurant.
You bite it and you just yank it on up.
And Nick, in saying that, that's what, techniques in fishing are all about. So the serious side of fishing is that when you like perfect techniques, and you think about it, and you think about the live scope, how we're able to aim it and see these fish and know that they're there. You think you're just going to catch them. You think you can just drop a bait down there and just catch them. But look how you would figure out, oh, watch this. This would tick them off. Yeah. And you kind of figure out a rhythm or a way, and that changes throughout the day. Did you,
Yeah, the bite was better at some points, yeah.
Yep, and sometimes you leave the bait laying on the bottom, they pick it up. Other times you're taking it away from them. And that's what you learn from some of the things like the cameras or the live scopes and all that when you're out there fishing. Using that technology, it really teaches you to, perfect techniques. And
these ice holes augured, and I thought they were froze over, and I stepped in one, and I just fell right over.
Good thing they aren't big holes.
No.
But that was funny. And then also your brother, he did a little wipeout, and I think Christopher might have had a bad word vocabulary when he fell down. But anyway, Chris about broke his ankle. And I don't know, do we have any footage of you falling down or no?
You see the camera fall off.
Oh, well, there was a camera falling on the ground, and I'm trying to con Chris into putting this little video together of just the fun moments and and things for YouTube later this week. So kind of keep your eyes peeled. We might pop a video up on YouTube later this week of just some great moments and fun things. But, you know, Lauren, one of the fun things that we talk about on filming, you know, everybody has a first time getting on camera. And even after the first few times, one thing about a camera that can be very intimidating, you know, getting comfortable and talking live and watching. I mean, good trip, fun time as a family, getting out on the water, on the ice, not on the water. Now, talking about kind of something that I thought was really neat. In the past, you know, we have always used gas augers and had all this gas stuff. Them electric augers,
They work. They do good. Well, I mean, I cut my finger on the blade. I didn't realize they were that sharp, and it slit me right open.
yeah, they got them replacement ends on them, and they are razor sharp.
And I mean, that's the only piece of metal on there except for the main shaft of it. But yeah, they cut right through the ice.
Yeah, and that's a neat thing I didn't think about talking about. You know, the augers now have metal blades on the end of them, and then they're plastic and
Yeah.
make them lightweight. So literally, we were used to having these big old augers, and now all we have is a little, what was it, 24 volt?
I think so.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It's a 24 volt battery. Folks, these things will flat drill holes. I mean, we drilled probably, what, 50 holes, 40, 50 holes in one day, I would say roughly.
I don't know. We were walking around just drilling. I don't know. Yeah, it just cuts right through it. I don't know. I mean, did we even run the battery? We never ran the battery dead, did we?
I don't think we ever switched batteries, did we?
No, I know we had an extra one.
Right.
But I don't know. It just kept on going.
Yeah. And then, you know, the live scope is fun as well. You know, when you're talking about the technology today, the live scope, you got a little lithium battery in it. That little battery didn't weigh nothing. We put that on the live scope, and that thing, doors, folks, they got this cool logo. Show them the logo on the front of your shirt, right there on the front. That right there is Fish Frenzies Outdoors, one of their logos. And then turn around because I want to read this sweatshirt. They have the coolest shirt. It says, "The only flag I kneel for, Fish Frenzy Outdoors," and that's the pop-up flag. So when you know, you're out there ice fishing, this is what's pretty neat. So not only do you have your own rod and reel, but they put these what they call tip-ups out. So you auger a hole, you lower a line down through there, and these tip-ups pop up. And so you'll have these flags and they're laying down, and all of a sudden, boom, it pops up. And that's what's on the back of Lauren's shirt. And I love that slogan for Fish Frenzy Outdoors. The only flag I kneel for is, you know, I think that is just a cool sweatshirt. Lauren had to have one of them. Actually, Mom got one too, didn't she? And so.
I did too.
Oh, you got one as well? So the three of them are wearing those, and we'll, you know, I love that. I love that slogan on that shirt. Tracy Bryant jumping on here. Good times and good friends, absolutely. Tammy says, "I'm jealous."
Different. I don't know. That's cool though. I enjoyed it. Something different. The whole, I mean, just snow everywhere. I mean, the roads are different. Everything. I don't know.
Yeah, and their roads are completely covered in snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're just driving on snow.
Yeah, and you know, what is really neat too for me is the whole community's involved. You know, you're in such a small town. I mean, literally, you got 700 and something people, and you're in a small community, and it's just people from everywhere come. I mean, some of these people came from a couple hours away, and you know, all the neighbors are having cookouts. They're having, you know, they're driving their UTVs, pulling their shanties right from their house right to the lake. It's pretty neat. You know, it's something you would never experience here in Kentucky or somewhere. And to go up there and to see a whole community get together like that. David Ruckriegel, buddy of mine, he's down in Florida. He says, "Come to Florida. It's not cold down here." Hey, David, if you ain't too wimpy, we'll take you to Michigan in January. So come on, I'll come to Florida fishing, but you got to go north with me. And I will get a good comment out of that.
Back, it was kind of weird. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
Is this something different? I've never seen something like that.
Yeah, and it's social because
Yeah.
you don't have to just sit there and hold a fishing pole the whole time. You know, they got their tip-ups and all that stuff. And remember the people next to us, every time the little boy would catch a fish, remember how we ended up talking to their family, and some of that didn't make the, make the show because we always have, David says, I don't go north. But, you know, some of those things don't make the shows. But even like then, all the young boy and his family that were right next to us, remember they had all their family set up. We were grilling out, cooking out there, people just having bonfires. One of the cool things I think is them sleds with the fire pits on them. And they're literally dragging the fire pits across the ice.
Flaming fireball they're dragging.
With a flaming fireball behind them. And they make all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool about it. You know, so you can see like the loop coming off of there. You know, for me, the mono and the fluorocarbon, they kind of jump around on the reel. The great part about that braid is it lays down, and they have like an ice fishing braid, and it was real small. I think one of them was a Berkeley one, and then the other one that I have was my regular Sunline braid, but real small diameter. The braid lays down a lot better, Tommy, on in the winter time on them little bitty spinning reels, because them reels are just micros. This is a little Denali spinning reel, and I mean it is extremely small. I mean, you can put my hand, you know, it's one of those, what I'm gonna say, which way am I going that way? Ultralight. I'm looking at the screen instead of looking at the camera. You know, you can see it's just a little ultralight reel. And buddy, what's
I
up?
just want to lay down.
This boy's got some big old paws on him. There's a Jinko can paw right there. Look at that big paw. Oh, Diesel. He's a good boy. He says, I'm tired. Ted Barrow says, I prefer fluorocarbon with only 15 to 30 foot of line out. I find the tiny bit of stretch beneficial. So, folks, that's good advice to take. Ted is a tremendously good ice fisherman. He caught some nice walleye while we were up there. And every time I've been up with Ted, he's always put some good ones in or I was going to say in the boat. Pulled them through the ice. But Ted, appreciate the comment there and telling people what you think on the line size and all that. But, well, folks, next week, unfortunately, we are going to be at the final episode of the season of the Direction. And then after that, there'll be a bunch of reruns come back out. But next week, it's going to be a treat. This guy, for a lot of folks that love fishing and love the how-tos of fishing, we are going to have a guest named Gene. The 811 logo on the front side, Spencer County Bears football right there. So we're always, as a family, promoting the 811 message and telling people to contact 811. But join us next week for After the Bite, as long as Lauren don't have softball. And y'all got any good comments or how you want to wrap this thing up tonight?
Bye.
A simple bye. That's a good way of doing it. I like it. Well, folks, I want to thank y'all for joining us for After the Bite. We appreciate you watching because without all you folks watching and joining us, well, the Direction wouldn't be around and I wouldn't be able to get out and go fishing and get to meet all these great people and share their stories. So we'll see you next week. And kids, thank y'all for joining me on After the Bite.
Yeah.